911, what's your emergency?
Yes, I'd like to report a missing piano. Where's my piano?
Hi, this is Ted with Alamo Music Center in beautiful downtown San Antonio, Texas.
I'm Patrick Marr. You can find us online at alamomusic.com. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our YouTube channels, check out our other videos, sign up for notifications, like our videos, leave us comments. We appreciate your support and we love to interact with you. Where's my piano?
You know, this reminds me of this time in the business, is when I was a teenager and I ordered one of the very first ARP Omnis, and it had delivery problems because I lived so far out in the neck of the woods, and it took twice as long to get there. And every day I was like, where's my piano?
I mean,
where's my keyboard?
We live in the 21st century where we've become accustomed to two-day delivery, to I want it now, I want it here, I want to pay the cheapest amount for it. I feel like society has refined a process, and sometimes for the worse. The Walmarts of the world, the Amazons of the world. It's like we are paying our price for these things that we demand, but now giant curveball. And horrible things have happened in the world, and one of the ones farther down the list is supply chain issues, and it's very interesting because I've seen articles written that have nothing to do with the music industry, and they're like, I tried to buy a keyboard or I tried to buy a piano, and I spent triple what I was looking for. I didn't get it. I had to buy it from multiple places and return it, and promised a delivery date. All these nightmare stories about just trying to get something as fun as music.
Music.
And so we wanted to overview what happened in 2021 and make some predictions about 2022 going into 2022. Where's my piano, and are things going to change?
Well, here's the thing. This is what amazes me is on the news almost every night there's an update about how many of these container ships are outside San Pedro waiting to come in. Last time I checked, it was around 80 plus. Mm-hmm. And they said that inside the U.S. there's something like 60 to 75% of all businesses and industries are affected by this. Guys waiting out there to unload their container ships. But here's the thing that I've noticed. There isn't one company that's standing up and saying, hey, we're Ford and we're not getting rubber tires, and all our tires are on a boat, and so we can't make cars. There isn't anyone that's saying our stuff that we want to sell to you that's brand new and manufactured made has been floating around for 6 months out on the water.
Yeah.
Okay, so no one's really admitting to how much of their stuff is out there.
It's damned if you do, damned if you don't.
All the industries are gummed up with nothing to sell, or people come in and they want to buy for once in their life. They want to spend a lot of money, as we've been seeing, and buying these great things, and then we're having to get them into something different.
And we're
because
like,
there's
okay,
zero
6 months to a
availability.
year.
6 months to a year. And some of the new instruments that are coming out, I'm not going to mention the name, but you pay for your product up front, and they're telling you that within about 22 months it'll be delivered to you.
So it's obviously a problem, and it's something that for better or worse, people are having to deal with. But it's in our industry, it's unfortunate because it's holding people back from wanting to either take the dive into music or upgrade their music experience. And they're like, okay, I'm finally going to invest a little bit more. I did a little research. I want this. We get calls every single day, people around the country going, hey, do you have this in stock? Do you have this in stock?
And it's not just in stock. They're asking for a specific manufacturer and a specific product and a specific color, which hardly ever happens in this industry.
And they're willing to pay over price for it.
They'll pay MSRP plus shipping.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate because it's, we'd love to take an order. Anyone who's getting these calls, and I know we're not the only ones getting the calls, but consumers are not alone in this journey of, okay, I want what I want and I can't get it. And what we're seeing from our perspective as a retailer who gets the privilege of getting really cool items in, manufacturers saying, okay, there's this cool new product released last year. We're not going to make one for another 12 months to 18 months because we have a shortage of computer chips. The little chips right now they're having to allocate them to certain products specifically.
Priority.
So they prioritize, and so certain products, and we're not going to name any names here, but they're having to just say, okay, we're not going to make this one, or we're going to discontinue this one, and it's really just, it's no fun because we love these products.
Well, they had an analyst on TV that said, okay, let's just say, for example, that today you end the computer chip problem. And there's tons to go around, and all the ones that people want. If you gave it to all the people that need it today, it's still not going to have an impact until about 4 to 5, maybe 6 months before those products get whatever chips are in there, programmed and packaged,
Shipped
market, finished manufacturing and shipped over. So even if there was an immediate supply demand actually getting met or the problem fixed, it's still going to take that much more time to get the availability of products.
And so what we have seen, and this has been encouraging, is a big uptick in people looking for used instruments and looking, especially in our industry, in pianos, acoustic instruments. You know, whether it's new or used, we see a lot of people, you know, saying, okay, well, let me look at this. And it's kind of raised the value on a lot of these, you know, really great quality instruments, things that were, you know, selling for X 5 years ago or 3 years ago are now X, 2X. You know, it's we're seeing what is available. People either, you know, changing their mind or getting something different, and it's, you know, it's fun to see, and it's just a wild world we live in, and so we are encouraged that things are getting better. But we are by no means getting back to normal anytime soon.
And I've noticed the trend in buying seems to be that rather than come in for the you know, the moderate to medium priced, like particularly with the digital pianos, people are actually going up from the moderate to the top of the line price and say, well, if I can't get that one and this one's better and it costs a little bit more, let me go ahead and get one of those.
Or if I'm gonna have,
you have one.
Or if I'm gonna have to wait for it, I might as well
wait for the better one.
Yeah, get the better one that I was thinking about in a year's time. You know, you might be waiting for it. So you know, this is the current state of affairs with pianos, with the supply chain. It is, you know, it's one of those things where a lot of retailers out there are kept in the dark. A lot of manufacturers, I know the distribution networks are also kept in the dark. And you know, it's one of those things that we're all hoping for things to get better. And for the most part, things are trickling in here and there. But what we've seen a lot of people do is, hey, just put me on the list. I'll give you some money. Put me on the list. Put my name down for this product. And when it comes in, I'll take it. And you know, that's what we encourage people to do, because at this point, it's like you have to get in line almost, and it's, which is unfortunate, and it might sound like a sales pitch if you go into a retailer and they say, well, you know, put money down and we'll get you one when we have it. But really, in reality, that is the world we live in these days. And you know, it's encouraging. We've seen some manufacturers say, send us a paid invoice and we can prioritize. And people who've put money down, we will prioritize shipping to different locations.
Like buying your place in line for the next available one.
Yeah, and so hopefully things get better. You know, this is, you know, it's as a buyer, you know, it sometimes feels not fun to do
it's
that.
like proletariat Soviet Union days for me. You can't get anything.
It just feels like you're being taken for a ride sometimes, and we want to encourage people. You know, the music industry, luckily, isn't usually that snarky.
Right.
Most manufacturers are really trying to take care of their customers. Most retailers really care about their communities, and you know, we just want to make sure everyone gets their instrument. And so sometimes you can negotiate. Hey, give me a loaner keyboard in the meantime while I wait for it. So there are things that you have as a buyer to leverage and say, hey, I'd love to take, you know, something home so I can start practicing, and so please ask those questions and try to get as much as you can, because there are really great things coming out.
I'm big on this. Know your seller and try to really buy local, because here at Patrick, sometimes we do loaners. We do that constantly with band instruments and orchestra instruments, as well as keyboards sometimes.
Yeah, no, and
so support local business, because they're going to be able to help you the most, particularly delivering a piano or a big digital piano to you, or buy from someone that you're well aware of, especially if you're leaving a deposit for a while.
So where is my piano? It's coming.
It's on its way.
We promise it's coming, but we, like you, will be waiting for some of the more popular SKUs. But they are coming in. We're excited about that. And hopefully this video will be obsolete in 6 months to a year. But for right now, where is my piano? Thank you guys for watching. This is Ted Barcelou. I'm Patrick Marr with Alamo Music here in San Antonio, Texas. Check us out in Austin if you're there. We also have stores in Kansas City and in St. Louis. We'd love to see you guys. Thank you for watching.
you.